Hi everyone, just thought I'd share this neat little tip for terminating your cells. I used to solder these on, but there's a much better method. There's a very nice clean fix off to the cells, nothing sticking out, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I've done a rubbing on a bit of paper. I'm going to use that as my template to mark out on the copper, cut it out with some scissors, and then we'll be spot welding on to the end. It's the last panel to go. All these have been spot welded with 0.1mm copper, and the setup to weld it is this Chinese DN10 welder. It's got a massive coil in it, but we're not using the timing circuit on that. My friend built a manual timing circuit, and with an adjustment knob here. Ideally it'd be a digital one, but this works fine. And then there's some big leads coming to the hand pieces, which I've strung up with a cable just to get the weight off them, make it easier to handle. So the tips are just the big copper lugs coming out. Let me get a good shot of that. And just inserting some section of TIG welding rod, tips of the TIG welders. And that way you can actually weld through the copper with that massive coil and the timing circuit. So let's go and cut them out. So I've cut these out, or this one, and I've folded it up because it's going to go over the edge of the cell like this when it's welded on in one piece. And it's got slots in it. Now those slots are necessary because it only welds if the power goes through both sides separately. As you can see on the cells, they are just strips with a little gap in between. So we're going to maintain that gap with this. I'll get the camera set back up. Okay. So we've got our section de-sheathed. I'm just going to fold up the end here to start it off. Okay, I pulled it through. I had to stop the camera for a sec. Pulled it through. I'm just going to roll it up now a couple of times like that. Give it a nice good squeeze. Well, that's going to be spot welded on. This tool with the crimp, I'm only going to use this little the first tooth basically on the inside here, and I'm just going to run along the edge like this, and just give it a press. Run it down the length, presses it nice and firmly into place. If you push too hard you might rip through the copper. It is kind of thin, it's only 1.1mm thick, and as you can see it's making a nice even pattern all the way down, not putting too much pressure on but enough to crimp it into place. And we'll get to the end here. Now you can probably do this with the nickel as well, but the nickel's nowhere near as soft and easy to work. There we go. It's nicely crimped into place, both sides. That's not coming out. That's an excellent contact. And we'll spot weld it on. So we're going to put this on here, and I'm going to use some magnets to hold everything down. Whilst I line everything up. I'm going to put the camera down in a sec, but the magnets hold the strips down while we weld it. I've got a foot pedal under the desk here, and the most important thing is to put contact, and sufficient contact, on each cell tip there. This is the positive end, and there's not much space to weld, so you've got to be super accurate with good contact. If you see me with not good contact, these ends will glow red hot, otherwise it'll just be a neat clean weld with no spark. There we go, one spot. So that's one cell done. 3 nice neat little welds. Now it's important to get these lined up absolutely perfect, because if not, unfortunately this one's not, it makes less room to get it right. And there we go, terminating a cell block. This pack's being made in 2 sections. This is one module, the other module's already finished. This is the last section of the whole pack, and another 10 minutes and she'll be done. Thank you, see ya.